Alrighty, we're looking for Ludwig's secret weapon. We should be behind the bathroom. I'm behind the toilet. Over in the cantina. Haven't been here for a bit. A sealed bundle. What kind of power do you have hiding in here, Ludwig? Reveal it to me. You told me to use the wrong door, game. Instead of telling me which door to take to get to Ludwig, they just told me to take the closest door. Which is a less good answer. Hey little guys. Scurry. I want one.
Bring us honor, soldier.
I found that package you mentioned.
Feast your eyes, soldier. This here is a genuine Spacer's Choice injury customizing unit, designed to deliver a lethal blast of electrical discharge. I call it the Hand of the Law. You ever want to see a mechanical flailing around like a grounded fish? You stick a couple thousand volts in its guts. With compliments from old Ludwig.
That's an incredible name, by the way. So how do I use this injury customizing unit exactly?
There's a workbench right through this door. Attach that unit to your favorite weapon and go forth into glorious battle. Time's come for you to journey down into the black heart of the enemy's camp. I'm talking about the old geothermal plant. Unfortunately, the old plant lies outside my board-given jurisdiction. You'll need to get a passcode from the boss, Reed Thompson.
Don't worry about that. I've already got a passcode from Reed.
I've been after a passcode for years. Boss said no on account of my gross incompetence with all matters related to security. I need you to get us the brain of a mechanical. Well, not exactly a brain. Anatomically speaking, what we're looking for is a logic module.
What are you planning?
Don't tell anyone, all right? I've got a contact. A real expert in the inner workings of the automaton. We are going to rip those mechanical secrets right out of their circuits.
Edgewater's in the middle of nowhere. You don't have a contact.
Well, excuse me. What I meant was I'm going to get a contact. Didn't know I had to be all prissy about my grammar around you.
How am I supposed to get one of these logic modules?
There's the rub. If a mechanical breaks down, the logic module fries, so you can't rip one out of its corpse. You're going to have to find an intact model somehow.
Parvati, is a logic module something you could help with?
I don't reckon so. I work with gears and pistons and such. Stuff you can put hands to. Computers and mechanical brains are outside my ken.
You know, she names the mechanicals she fixes. Calls them Bess and Clancy and so on. You keep a careful eye on her. Could be a sympathizer.
That's not how that works. Seems simple enough.
If you die horribly, I will pour out a can of 0G to your memory.
The forget juice?
Go on.
I'll let you be. You madman, you. How am I even gonna get that? A terminal log in the Geothermal's plant security office mentioned that the logic unit's been locked in a storage room across the hall. You need to find the key card to the room unless you can pick your way in. Perhaps the security chief has it on him? According to the terminal log, auto mechanicals turned hostile and began attacking the other workers. The plant security chief responded by making his own way down to the control room. I think I already found the security chief. We've already been there. Looks like I'll be making another trip back inside the geothermal plant, then back out to finish this quest, then back in. Because the consequences of what I'm about to do might close off our story closures for some things. Still, this was a worthwhile detour for an hour or so. Glad I came back for a bit, met a few more characters, got new reasons to be mad at this place.
Lovely to see you about, Miss Parvati.
Things going all right, Silas?
Been keeping him careful and true, miss.
What are you talking about, Silas?
Best to ask her yourself.
My dad's buried here. Silas watches over him when I can't leave the house.
I'm sorry, Parvati.
Oh. Well, thanks.
Something I can do for you?
We need to talk about Eugene.
Yeah? What about him?
I read a letter from Phyllis. She mentioned digging him up for his gold teeth.
Yeah. Funny thing, Eugene's body ain't where it's supposed to be. The night we was supposed to commend his body to the earth, I had his grave all dug up and ready, right? And so I thought, I'll just rest my eyes a bit. When I woke up, his body was gone. Spirited away, vanished. The footprints nearby suggested that Eugene was stolen by marauders. Or he rose from the dead.
You went to sleep in marauder territory where they could shoot you? Aren't you guys supposed to be afraid of marauders? Why are you sleeping outside the walls, unsecured? It's almost like you're lying, and you were in on it. I'll keep an eye out for them, I guess.
Let me know if you find anything.
I got a question for you.
Yeah?
Have you heard any news about the Hope?
The colony ship? Are you talking about that old rumor? Some great big starship packed full of colonists what got lost in the aether never to be found again? Ain't heard that one since I was but a stripling. Can't say it was terribly convincing far as rumors go. There a reason you asking?
I don't understand. Are you saying everybody's forgotten about us?
Hope's just a rumor, friend. Ancient rumor at that. Maybe you've been out in the sun too long. Why don't you head over to the cantina? Get yourself some zero-G brew. It's a brew that's good for what ails you.
Seems to be a brew that helps you forget. Like that substance from Witcher, the dryad substance that helps people lose their identity. I don't understand. They said the colony was expecting us.
Look, I don't know what's got you caterwauling about Hope this and colony that, but you need to stop, or there's gonna be trouble.
So just to add to the idea, Spacer's Choice is the company that fucked me. They're the reason I was abandoned in space for decades, apparently. They're just like, write off our losses. One crazy old man can save one of us, but whole organization, they're just like, we don't care. What's the trouble in asking a question?
Trouble's in the asking. Or don't much care for folk running their mouths, spreading hoaxes and the like. Frankly, neither do I.
Well, then you can burn with them.
Something I can do for you?
I'll see you around. So do we have follow-up about this body, I guess? Botched. Nothing. Okay. It seems like we're done here, though. Not much mention of going after the body, so I guess we are done.
Grave digging's a fine profession. Always work to be had, and nary a word of complaint out of your clients.
Hey, about those fees you wanted.
You run into any trouble?
It's all done. Paperwork, fees, and signatures.
Reliable work from a freelancer. That's gonna take some getting used to.
Oh, don't get too used to it. I went out of my way for you.
And I'll buy you a drink sometime.
I was hoping for something more tangible.
Suppose you've earned it. One good turn deserves another.
Good luck, Abernathy. Alright, take care. I ain't snitching on him. He's capable of staying in his house if that's what the path he wants to take with this. Not automatically the smartest one, but you know. Ooh. Long guns crit damage plus 50%. You betcha. Yep, that 40 is a strong milestone to reach. Second medical slot for the inhaler sounds interesting. Even if I don't fully understand how that works yet. Got my improved tinkering and stuff. Put a few more points into leadership. No perks yet. We are at level 7. Now that I've gone back and forth a bit, I might be able to ask some follow-up questions to Parvati. Not Parvati, the leader of the botanical lab, I mean to say. It's hard to remember some of the characters here because they've really spent all their writing just trying to make you hate the other people as opposed to supporting these people, which seems a little iffy.
Any luck finding one of those manuals?
Today's your lucky day, Thomas. I've got one of those data pads you wanted.
No kidding. Really? Well, which one?
The elusive Part 3. Someone stashed it away inside the old geothermal plant.
The geothermal plant? Now that is just incredible. You really went exploring down there? Adelaide always told us it was swarming with hostile mechanicals. That's a complete set. All 3 parts. I'm gonna be the greatest engineer Halcyon's ever seen. Aside from you, Ms. Parvati, I swear, I'll do you proud.
I'm glad we could help, Thomas.
I've been saving something for you. Just a little contraption I found. Should fit right into your outfit. What's on your mind?
Never mind. That's all we've got for now. That's the big thing. Now I gotta deal with figure out this contraption. Alright. That was not the experience spike that I was expecting, huh? Revering and friendly. I'm pretty up there in both of them, yeah. But we're almost at 100% here. That's huge. Best employee ever. Deserves a big bonus and a promotion. Even though that's kind of not how the system works. But vendor prices are reduced by 25%. That's good news. Well, there's some of these items we found, though. Oh, this inventory is a little bit of a nightmare. It's just a lot of items to have to pack. There we go. Adreno heals 25% of health over 2 seconds. And I think you just keep getting more every time you heal. Oh, is it the number of Adreno that I have that determines how many heals I have? Adreno time. Adreno 4. It says that I have 5 uses of the injection. I'm not sure if I fully understand how the injection works and how it's calculated. Highest value 13. 1. Immunosoul. Don't be crabby, get jabby. Reduced effect of naughty things. Faster recharge rate of your time dilation, I suppose. Probably a good one to throw in there. It seems like you get to customize your Estus flask so it consumes a number of things at once. I just don't know if, like, does this use 1 Adreno every time I use it? Or is it like... It says 5. Can I unequip the Adreno? It says I have 5, so I'm a little confused about how this thing works. But I guess there's 4 here and 1 up here, so maybe that's how it works. So the combined total. Let's see. Can I get a nice detailed breakdown of how this thing works? Combat. Emergency medical inhaler. Each activation consumes 1 Adreno. Okay, see, that's the determining factor, is how many Adreno I have on hand. This is basically just my chance to slam a second thing in there. Which means I'm spending it more and more too. Dangerous a little bit. I don't have a ton of most of these things on hand. So, like, most of these items I would use it once and then I would immediately not have the secondary consumable, I guess. You're not customizing your Estus flask or anything like that. It's just a hotkey for using stuff from your inventory, and that's about it. You just throw your... You can throw apples in there? I mean, that technically heals you for a little while, I suppose. Huh. That's a system that takes some getting used to, is that healing system. I want to talk to the leader, but I also don't want the game to crash, so if you could, like, not do that to me, game, that'd be nice. It's a dangerous room to be in.
Gosh. Anything else I can do for you?
When we first talked, you assumed I'd come to live here.
I am getting old, you know. These 2 lamps of mine are not as bright as they once were. Or I might have seen you for what you are.
And what's that?
Remains to be seen. Might be the man that saves the Vale. Might be Reed's personal gun hand.
Save the Vale?
People around here lack the strength to effect change. Or they have the strength, but not the will. You seem to have both.
Why are you telling me all this?
A little prattling never hurt anyone, dear. You might even catch a little sense. if you listen close enough. I can't stop you from conducting your business down at the plant. I just want you to know that if you take our power away, you will have brought an end to our way of life.
You could always continue your way of life back in town.
Not under Reed's watch. He and I would come to blows within a day, and he would never tolerate my tending to a garden. This is my home. It will be my home even if Reed cuts our power. Simple as that.
You and Reed obviously have some sort of history.
That's because Reed was my boss. I was the cannery's one and only flavor specialist, you see. Remember that limited run of white chocolate saltuna?
Nope.
That was all me.
There's obviously more to it than that.
My son worked in that cannery. When the plague started coming, he was one of the first to fall sick. We had a store of medicine locked away, but Reed refused to treat him. Said my boy didn't deserve treatment. Said the medicine would have been wasted on him. So I buried my boy in the cemetery, gathered my belongings, and left. That's as much of the story as you need to hear.
Sounds like the town turned its back on you.
A fish rots from the head down. I do not blame the town. I blame the leader.
We've talked enough.
I'm listening.
This might sound strange, but I don't know where I am.
That's not strange at all, dear. Few of us truly know where we are. The world can seem like a forest without end, and it is all too easy to lose one's way. But we must remember that being lost is the first step in discovering yourself.
No, I mean, I actually don't know where I am.
This is the old botanical lab in Emerald Vale, on Terra 2. By the look on your face, I'm guessing you're not quite following me. Are you not feeling well? Ought to lay your head down if you're running fever.
I was kidnapped by a crazy scientist and shot into space, but thanks for asking.
That sounds like fever talk, all right. So why am I tempted to believe you? Where did you say you were from?
Does the Hope ring any bells?
Is that a new settlement of some kind? I haven't kept news from outside the Vale.
You've never met anyone from the Hope. There were thousands on that ship.
Oh dear, I see what's happening. You've been taking Adrena time. That stuff will burn right through your upper story, leave you raving and babbling. You ought to try some of my purgative tea. Won't cure what ails you, but it will distract you for a spell.
You don't believe me?
Maybe I do. I don't know yet. Growing up, I heard my folks talking about the Hope. Always believed it was just a story we told ourselves to keep our spirits up. Listen, don't you worry about what I think. That's not important. Worry about what the board thinks of you going around talking about lost ships from decades past.
I'm not afraid of the board.
No, but the board may have reason to fear you.
Why? I haven't done anything wrong.
You carry on about coming here from another world, and people will talk. Talk leads to questions. Ask enough questions, and the board comes answering.
Let's just talk about something else.
I'm listening.
I should go. We got some more interesting texture out of that one. That was worth a visit. She's even willing to believe me. And people aren't really keen to believe me. Let's see if I can sell that weapon to see if it's worth it. Because DPS is garbage.
Something I can help you with? Fresh off the limb, and that includes canid meat.
Not worth that much anyway. Why is it so glowy like it's important? It doesn't seem to be very effective. Is that just how valuable the bleed effect is, I guess? I don't know. I've not built myself around melee. That much is clear. There's so many of these. I want to deal with it, just not on camera. It's time consuming. The electric charged surface. Done melee attackers, that's nice. Change your weapon to shock damage. Increase armor rating on your stuff. Mr. Power. Plasma damage. There's a few different variations in here. We want to keep all those ones around for sure. Ah, melee mod is this plasma damage thing. Gotcha. Not crazy about the Nightingale step. The Thug kit. Melee and defense skills. Silver tongue. Increased weapon accuracy, reduced spread. I don't think I have a lot of spread problems really, to be honest. That crit damage though could be nice. Plus 5 to your skills is fine. Really, it offers you to pay 81 to repair it from 100% to 100%. Repair prices are odd. They'll charge you for nothing. Like going to a car repair place. Let's see what I can find. Just need to figure out how to get this module from a living one. Or somewhere else. There's like a disabled one maybe? Maybe my new friend can help me out. I also find it noteworthy that it's, when I was here earlier I said I couldn't fast travel around hostiles. Logic follows there's someone around here. Might just be wildlife. From the planet to your living room. Till somebody turns it off. There we go. I missed this before. Yes. Let's say get all that Adreno. Now I just need to remember to not fucking use it. Please. Stop using it. Every time I try to put my gun away, just stop pressing F. I'm gonna have a whole playthrough to learn that. I could remap it, but I feel like I don't want to remap it away from F. I feel like F is a pretty reasonable hotkey for a heal. I just need to stop pressing it when I don't mean to. The new original masterpiece from the director of Agent Khan and Island... It says there's hostiles.
system.
Found him.
Wow, not even a scratch.
I guess there are hostiles. Hello. Maybe I can teleport now? Ah, there we go. There were still two of them hiding behind the building. We learned something. The Raptidon. That thing looked neat. I almost pressed F, by the way. Again.
Bring us honor, soldier.
You mentioned a logic module. I found one in the geothermal plant.
Bang up work, soldier. You're a credit to your uniform. Oh, that reminds me. Gotta look into getting us a uniform. So this is it then. The key to humanity's victory over the mechanical hordes. I would reward you with the gratitude of the resistance, but I'm guessing you want something tactile. So here's a couple of bits for your trouble, and a little something to remember me by.
Take care. Also, the key to our victory over the mechanicals was me shooting them all. Just so we're clear. You know, in case that wasn't clear. Anyway, right back to it. There we go. That's more satisfying. I cleared things out. Always good to see what they've got to offer in the area. As far as I know, that's everything, but I don't know. You can't know what you don't know. That's the problem with things you don't know, is you don't know that you don't know it. If you knew that you didn't know it, then you could pursue knowing it, but that would require knowing that you don't know it, which is a whole other can of worms. What? That's not a window. It's a hologram. Memory. Terminal memory purged. Maintenance logs purged. Personnel files purged. Company notifications purged. Messages purged. Personal memos purge and complete. 2 files available. Chaser's I had to borrow your copy of the Young Spacer's Guide to Mechanical Engineering. Radio's been sputtering. I need the reference. I've returned the copy to the repair bay. Chaos everywhere. Mechanicals gone haywire. Gunfire. Hearing some screams. Oh, la, I think that was someone's leg. Would like to leave early for the day. Please deduct delinquency fee from my pay. Thank you. Proud to be a member of Spacer's Choice family. Someone went, oh, that person's head exploded. The person was like requesting to go home early. Hey, I'm gonna take the rest of the day off work because of the apocalypse that's happening right now, where everyone's dead. Just so we're clear, please go ahead and dock my pay. It's okay. See you later. All right, let's make a cataclysmic and irreversible choice. My favorite kind. Plant status. Master Control Terminal. Plant status. This access report brought to you by Spacer's Choice. Emerald Vale Geothermal Plant operating at 22% efficiency. Power is currently being distributed to Edgewater Saltuna and Botanical Laboratory. Structural damage detected. Please notify your designated supervisor. Sounds like they would easily have enough power for both of them if they could maintain this place and also not have it be manned by corpses. Redirect power. Master Control Terminal. Warning, safety failures detected. High likelihood of moderate to severe structural damage. Warning, redirecting power is an irreversible procedure. Processing. Power redirection function has failed. Manual override required. Please activate all 3 electrical track switches. Ah. That's why there was things around in here, I guess. Yeah.
Switches. That'll be easy enough.
I found a series of important looking spots and I was like, what's up with that? Turns out it's because they wanted me to go there first. I've gone basically everywhere in not the order that they wanted me to go in those directions. which is fine if your quests are all designed around nonlinearity, but it kind of feels like they're all designed to be experienced in really specific orders, which, you know, nothing like a good old locked door to fix that kind of thing. Did I miss the first one and then find all the later ones? I think I did. But yeah, nothing like a good locked door to make sure that you notice the particular thing you're supposed to notice before you move on. But they didn't really take that route. Alright, well that was a minor detour. Largely I was already set. I haven't been up here, have I? Can I get in? 24 out of 25. Oh. But I want to. Oh, it looks like they have real windows instead of holographic windows. Oh wait, is this side open? Is the other side just open without a hack? Sure looks like it. Wow, that was... I'm glad I didn't agonize over how to get that hacks experience. Getting up here is easy peasy. Still have to hack it though. Terminal access. Welcome, J. Braden. Unlock office door. Messages. From Spacer's Choice. Get it together. Miss Braden, this letter serves as an informal notification of our company's displeasure towards your management of the Emerald Vale Geothermal plant for reasons related to exceeding your staff budget in the latest quarterly report. Please select 5 subordinates to be dismissed immediately. Jesus. That's death. If you get dismissed, you basically die. What's that? You've exceeded your budget? Murder 5 people. Throw them to the dogs. Additionally, please contact our office to schedule your official reprimand at the earliest convenience. Failure to schedule your official reprimand will result in an official reprimand. It's a little recursive there, isn't it? The Spacer's Choice family would like to collectively remind you that working for Spacer's Choice is not a right, but a privilege. Also, it's mandatory, but we're going to not acknowledge that as much, I guess. From J. Braden. No need for a reprimand. To the esteemed members of the Emerald Vale Development and Oversight Committee, I hope this letter finds you wealthy. Ha 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 ha. After due consideration of your last letter, I have identified and terminated no fewer than 5 subordinates who were unable to provide sufficient justification for their ongoing employment. I'd like to remind the Oversight Committee that while most of the Emerald Vale has failed to meet its production and output quotas, particularly our agriculture and fishing/canning departments, which are now canning space rats, neither of which are anywhere close to profitable, the Emerald Vale Geothermal plant remains committed to providing cheap, cost-efficient power to the entire region. Regards, Juno Braden, Manager. From Spacer's Choice. In response to no need for reprimand. Miss Braden, we have investigated the claims made against the profitability of the greater Emerald Vale region. Our offices agree with you. Agriculture and fishing/canning have experienced a steady decline, while the Emerald Vale Geothermal plant remains somewhat profitable. Our offices are currently investigating ways to implement additional cost-saving measures, which will ultimately lead to a leaner, more streamlined, more efficient geothermal power plant. Please be informed that the Spacer's Choice Development and Oversight Office has taken a significant insurance policy against the Emerald Vale Geothermal plant. The office would like to assure you that this insurance policy is a standard procedure. Do not attempt to interpret, understand, or otherwise extrapolate meaning from this decision. As a special courtesy, we have deployed a proprietary team of engineering specialists to the Emerald Vale Geothermal plant. This team of specialists has been instructed to refit and upgrade the plant's population of auto mechanicals free of charge. Thank you for your cooperation. Spacer's Choice literally murdered everybody at this plant on purpose to save money. They figured they could run this place with auto mechanicals instead, so they murdered the entire staff. Yep, burn it all down. Fuck this entire company. They're better off becoming some semi-successful but constantly endanger like settlement, just like all the marauders. They're literally better off than working under this company.
Clever.
Adreno, try not to waste it. Me pressing F all the time like a jackass. Wow, I just keep finding more. I keep thinking I'm done, and then there's more. It's just, I have to resign myself to the fact that I'll never find all of it, especially not in a Let's Play. I'd have trouble finding all of it outside of a Let's Play in my really boring, slow-paced, natural style of playing Fallout before I was recording. But now I'm recording. But I'm glad I found that. Just saw those stairs going up somewhere. I'm like, hang on, I've never been there yet. And luckily there was an alternate entrance. Sorry, buddy.
Hey, mister? Look, I know you want your power regulator and all, but I just gotta ask you. Do you understand what you're about to do?
Seize the means of production? I wouldn't mind hearing your opinion.
I don't think you should cut off Edgewater's power. I think it would be cruel. I'm sorry. That just sort of came out all at once. Edgewater's hurting. We've been losing workers year after year, and corporate hardly ever sends replacements. There's barely enough Saltuna to fill our bellies anymore. But the town's got some good people in it. Decent, hard-working folk just living their lives the only way they know how. They don't deserve to be punished.
The deserters are community and can't just destroy what they built.
Miss McDevitt's built something beautiful. Somehow she's talked the ground into giving life again. It's plain to see she's made the Vale a better place. Fed the hungry, tended the sick. Gave a home to those that had none. But Miss McDevitt delights in Edgewater's suffering. She wants to hurt the town. Do you really want to be party to that kind of hatred?
I've got my own other 12 reasons, frankly. Reed tells me Edgewater's going to die without workers in power.
That sure sounds like Mr. Thompson. If he was standing here, I imagine he'd remind us of how we're all one big, happy Spacer's Choice family. In Mr. Thompson's eyes, those deserters are still part of the Spacer's Choice family. The family must work together in order to survive. I hate to say it, but I think Mr. Thompson's got a point. Unless those deserters come back, Edgewater's as good as dead. Cutting off their power might be the only way.
Almost like the experiment has already failed. I see your point. I think I'm ready to make a decision.
Sorry, I didn't mean to babble on like that. I felt like I had to say something.
I'm glad you did. I like hearing from you.
Really? I mean, wow. Thanks. No one's ever told me those words in that order.
Afraid I'm gonna disappoint you now. Redirecting power is an irreversible procedure. Are you sure you want to continue? Redirect power to Botanical Laboratory. Why the fuck would it be irreversible, by the way? What is it? How does it even make any sense? Why is this place designed this way? Edgewater's power regulator is now safe to remove. Botanical Laboratory power regulator is now operating at optimum capacity. Warning, additional structural damage detected. Warning, permanent power failure detected in Edgewater. Notice, blatant disregard for Spacer's Choice property has been logged. Please report yourself for designated supervisor for an immediate reprimand. Thank you for serving the Spacer's Choice family. Fucking come at me. Come at me.
I can't stop thinking on Edgewater, Captain. I'm glad the deserters are gonna be all right now they got power, but what about the town? All those people.
They should probably move to the botanical garden. That'd be my recommendation at this point. I'm curious what my reputation looks like now. Friendly. What's little water under the bridge between friends, or little bridge under the water at this point, really. Yeah, that's how you get 100% progress. I'm so popular with Edgewater. All I got was 16% negativity from taking out their entire town, potentially. Hopefully there's fallout. Hopefully the game's not just like, get the fuck off this planet, you're done now. Hopefully you get to like deal with the ramifications of your choice with all those different characters. Talk and actually like maybe negotiate the future of this place and what it's going to be like now that the current system is dead. Like Reed Thompson stepping down. And the botanical place taking refugees and so on. I'm willing to see this through if the game will actually have the infrastructure and narrative for it. So I'm hoping it does. You guys look suspicious, like you still have. Oh, you're in like an emergency mode.
Power's gone. Law knows how long. Looking to get drunk? Oh, I almost forgot. I'm contractually obligated to recite company slogans to any visitors. Plague got you feeling woozy? Get yourself boozy with Spacer's Choice.
Just felt like chatting.
Go ahead.
You asked me about myself.
Suppose I did. Ready to talk about it?
You wouldn't believe it if I told you.
That right? Prove it.
I'm the last survivor of a colony ship, Hope. Everyone else is frozen.
I know that serial drama. They were playing it just the other night. What was it called? The Last Spacer? You're right. I don't believe you. I'd advise you to keep that story unsaid. Don't want people thinking you're a loon.
So much for small talk. They're not fans. Oh, this is trippy. So this is the no power thing? There's like red flashing lights everywhere? I was gonna say it looked like there was still power, given that there's lights everywhere.
Power's out, but I can't just leave my goods unattended. Don't suppose you'd care to do business?
You're just doing it from outside the building? I have some questions.
Go right ahead.
Anyone I should watch out for?
Other than yourself? Definitely the vicar. Don't get me wrong. He seems a decent man, cut from church cloth, knows his scriptures. But there's something about him that bothers me. Like he's not one of us. Sometimes I suspect he doesn't even want to be here.
Damn, you read him like a book. Anyone else?
Amelia. Definitely Amelia Kim. I advise against stepping foot in her drinking establishment altogether. Word is, they're gonna replace her with an auto-mechanical barkeep. She's... what's the word? Obsolete. You don't want to associate yourself with that kind of person.
I'm so happy I'm killing this place. Fuck this place. Oh, she toes the company line. She doesn't ask questions. She completely refuses to express her individuality or chase her dreams or live her life. She's done everything that this place wants of her. And they're still going to replace her. She's going to become obsolete. She gets thrown out into the wild to die. And people, just hearing the rumors that might happen, they're already happy to scorn her and to abandon her and distance themselves from her, preparing themselves for her removal from society.
I'll meet you on the ship when you're ready to depart from Emerald Vale, Captain.
So is there just no dialogue for you in this planet? I wonder if they just didn't script him, like, interactions with the various important plot lines. That might be why he just weirdly doesn't join the party. Because it seems to not be an option until you're ready to leave. Like, it seems like he only has interactions for the future places. Oh yeah, they're having a scene over there. Before I interact with that...
Cannery's dead. This is gonna throw a wrench into my actuarial tables.
Just wanted to poke around a little longer. Yeah, a lot of people are outside their rooms.
Edgewater's experiencing what we in the profession like to call a quandary.
Oh yeah?
How am I supposed to file a report with the power dead?
I don't know. How are you supposed to cure your people if you burn the medicine? These are the questions of our time. I wonder if we'll ever find the answer.
Maybe Adelaide was right to leave.
Desertion is a criminal offense, punishable by hard labor.
Wait, as opposed to what?
What are we supposed to do now? Exercise patience and contemplate the scriptures.
Did you just imply that there's people who aren't having constant hard labor? Because it feels like that's the only thing they get to do.
I put my whole life in that cannery.
You must be very proud.
Hey, you want to pick up farming? I know a guy.
Are we getting paid or not?
Any loss of productivity will be deducted from your pay.
Oh.
Oh, it's you. Reed told me I should be expecting you. He's inside.
Oh yeah, I'm sure he's a fan. I'm sure he's a fan. Is this door open yet? How the fuck do I get in here? It's bothering me. Reed's down here. Right, because the real elevator doesn't work, right?
Is Reed hiding in there?
Mr. Thompson is where...
Right, it's all... Yep, a lot of this place is closed off now. As you'd expect.
You picked a fine time to visit, stranger.
I'd like to talk to you about Eugene.
I paid his burial fees, didn't I? Let the dead sleep.
I found your letter to Conrad.
Didn't anyone ever tell you not to go rifling through other people's correspondence?
You were planning on stealing Eugene's gold teeth.
Excuse you. Eugene's body and all rare earth minerals contained therein already belong to Spacer's Choice. And we're all part of the Spacer's Choice family here. Never mind. I don't have to explain myself to you.
Right, the nearest family member to the deceased. Because everyone's a family member here. That's the delusion. You and I need to have a chat,
You
don't
want to know
we?
what gets my bile churning? Edgewater has suffered a cavalcade of disasters. Plague, marauders, desertion. Then you wandered in town. And I was so damn sure our luck was starting to turn. I never knew how right I was. Just answer one question for me. Why'd you do it?
To teach you a lesson.
Is that right? I'm dying to hear this. Please, educate me.
You're all slaves to Spacer's choice. I'm liberating you.
Liberating? Edgewater is my home. The only home I've ever had. I put down roots here, gave decades of my life to this place. I never asked to be liberated. Whatever you were hoping to find down here, I advise you to turn around and leave. I have got guards posted with orders to fire on you.
Call off your guards. I don't want them bleeding all over my power regulator.
All right, easy now. Let's not do anything we'll regret. I'll order my guards to stand down. Take what you came for and then leave us be.
The death is not the point.
Stand down, all of you. We're done here.
You all get to live, because your leader showed his first hint of wisdom. I guess my attempt at teaching him a lesson has actually been successful. He's already changing. Already actually having thoughts and not just doing what he's supposed to do. Which, if he had any self-awareness, would have realized what he's supposed to do is not what he was supposed to do when he has this many people under his charge. Not gonna lie, I've already... I don't know if I remember what I was trying to get in here anymore. I think it was something I read about on a terminal. It's bothering me. Where the fuck is that door? Like, I don't... Maybe I'm just being dense here, but I cannot think about how that area fits together or what it means.
You and I have got nothing more to say to each other.
Yep. Best of luck.